and welcome to Geekatplay Studio Tutorials. Let's continue exploring the Plant Factory Producer from e-onsoftware. In this tutorial, we're going to create a grass, blue grass, and we'll look on some options that we learned before. So to do this, we're going to create first blades around our grass. So right here, we'll leave it this segment. So I'm just going to select, disconnect it, and we'll go to add hydra for this. Okay, right here we'll go to connect, and let's name this as a blades. So this is our first one, and this is again distribution for our blades. It's not the blades itself, the segments is what we're going to use for this. Okay, so right here, let's connect them. And you'll notice we have it first kind of going around. Now let's work on adjustment them. We'll leave it 12 for now. However, I like to add random number, and we'll just add about 4. So in this case, we're creating anywhere from 8 to 16. Okay, next we have radius 1. We'll leave it as default for now, and let's take scale just 1 for now as well. So we'll leave it right here. However, we can create a little bit different 0.2 on random. It's meaning when we create a different ones, there will be variations plus or minus 0.2. Okay, angle is what important for us for this grass to go so up. And in this case, let's set 50. So it's just a beginning. And again, as the randomness at this point, I'll set 15%. Again, this is very rough first setup, and we'll maybe modify after. In this case, you can see we already have a kind of interesting distribution going out. We can add a little bit on a twisting, maybe 15% and 5%. Here it's allowed us kind of grass will be interesting. You can see going over in some places. So create this interesting random effect. That's what we're going more natural look. I don't want to rotate grass plates yet. Okay, next we'll start work on a segment. So right now we can see full radius. What I want to do is switch to user define and set to 0. It's become invisible because we don't have it, we cannot see them. What we need to do is enable blades. And right here you can see we see only the blades itself, so we don't see the main stem. As a blades, I want to use it on the beginning, and trapezium, what I want to use, it is how much they will bend. So let's say if we set 2, it's actually look very nice effect on this. And let's set random 1, so it's plus minus. The one thing actually I want set almost to affect this. Let's say 2, it will be anywhere from 0 to 1, but effect also I want enable and connect this randomness to the segment link. Okay, so in this case, the longer it is, the more randomness will be applied. Most likely they will bend it in this case, and shorter, more straight going up, less possibilities of random. So it's kind of effect you can modify. We also can have it maybe 1 and just see how this will work. Again, this is all just to play around, see overall effect, and we can modify a little bit more afterwards. Okay, now let's work on a shape of the blades. Currently 1 is what I wanted. Start, we'll start on the bottom, it's right in the end top. Spread 360. Width, we don't want to touch. However, I want to enable after size, and it will be more work when we start work with size. Okay, section and profile. So let's go like first go on a profile, and I'm just going to take this down, and right here you can see on the bottom Okay, maybe you don't have it so sharp. Okay, a little bit down here. We'll add, connect another point, and let's take this a little bit down. Okay, so kind of look almost shape of the grass kind of. Okay, and I'm going also switch to the little bit smoother angles. Okay, so we can show a little bit nicer look plants. Okay. Next, what I want to do is have a profile a little bit change, because the grass is kind of a little bit on the angles, a little bit twisted size, and right here more in the middle going inside. So what we're going to do is go on geometry right here, and let's take this one a little bit down. So you notice how we start a little bit bending them right in this corner. This is what I want to do. Okay, and we just take this one. Here, right here, it just need to be straight. Just very, very slightly adjustments. Okay. Also, let's go to height. And a little bit reposition. The other things what we can do, like right here. Okay, let's go on the bottom. We want sometimes maybe bring them more closer together. So let me do actually this way. We'll bring them up outside. Okay, on the bottom. Okay, and now let's go to edit this filter. Okay, and just a bit more flat kind of effect. So what I'm trying to do is create flutter right there, but again, it's a little bit too sharp effect when you maybe needed rework height a little bit less. So just a little bit bending right here by the edge, you can notice, and flutter right end. Okay, so we'll go, there you go, that's look a little bit better. And we can take a width of the blades down. Again, this overall grass kind of we're creating, and if you know the blades, they're kind of going on the middle and a flutter on top, so that's what we're trying to do right here as well. You know what, let's put 1.5 on this, you know, maybe even more. We'll see it 2 and 1.5 here as well. So kind of readjusting, see more natural look for the grass. Okay, again, we work with a little bit bending right here, create a grass look shape. Okay. Next, let's look also on a height. Currently, it's a 10 with no random, so it's same height for everything. The one what I want to do is set 5. So in this case, we have a different type of height, and we need to also modify a little bit size. So inside the actual transformation, right here we can set 0.1, maybe 0.4. So we can little bit randomize on the transformational size as well. Okay, influence, we don't really need to create any disturbance at this time, so I'll just leave it like this. Okay, let me look again over. So we set very nice height. Okay, numbers, they all look good. Okay, next what I want to do it is, before I apply materials, maybe modify some other ones, or we'll can apply first material to this and after copying and create some dry to this. Yeah, let's do this way. So we'll go open, we'll go to mapped picture. Let's open our mapped picture. Okay, and I'm using texture I pre-created. If you're interested how to create all of this texture from beginning to end, look for advanced tutorials for this. So we'll set the grass, click OK, and right here you can see we have nice tips. So this is our grass, kind of one preset. Okay, let's go do next. What I want to do it is create two of these. We copy and we paste them. So now we have a second set on this blade. So on this one, we call dry blades. And dry, and this one will go green. Okay, so right here we need to modify. First we need to modify the color. So on that one, let's select them so we can preview them, and we need a little bit change their position. The angle we want to drop maybe to 35, so you can see they will go less on the bottom. Okay, so they won't be sticking that up, and we need to dry them out and make them a little bit more kind of distinguished. Okay, let's go disable. I want preview materials, and inside the materials we can open and let's add a little bit yellowish. So right here you can see we kind of did this greenish color. Okay, next let's go to influence, and we'll just increase a little bit on the influence. You can see how they start to almost look like a drying out. Let's set frequency to 0.7, so not as much, and maybe pop up a little bit more. Okay, and next the too wide, we need to make them a little bit smaller, so we'll add 8 to this. Okay, and let's go inside the blades, and right here where we have width, we just decrease even more. Okay, profile, they kind of don't necessarily work this way, so we'll flatten our profile more, and we have a 12, so let's pop up to maybe 24. So you can see we have a nice grass, but it's still somewhat long, a little bit going. So let's rework on this one. Okay, we'll go inside here, our link, and we'll say maybe 1 on random, and let's say this one to about 5. So again, we need look, this look a little bit better for the dry grass. However, it still be a little bit high. And normally you just take photo and you can look on how the grass going and rearranging. Okay, and we'll take this angle and let's reduce to 25. There you go, it's much better, and random to 5, and in this case 15. So almost laying on the ground. There you go, this look much better. Okay, next we want to work a little bit on the radius for this. Currently it's radius 1, so let's say 0.5, it will bring them closer to the center. That's why I want to begin, but rest is will leave there. Again, remember we have it ground and grass kind of going from the ground, so I think this will look good. Okay, right here is our grass, and let's say this one set to 0. Okay, we'll set on that one, scale right, radius right. Okay, look again right this moment, and right here what I want to do is actually take this and disable. Yeah, so let's uncheck this one. We'll say maybe to 0. We don't need bend, it's kind of dry. I just want to make straight, and 0 here. Yeah, it's a little bit readjusting, so kind of look how it's look even better this way. Okay, I think it's look nice. Materials, let's go to add darker. Okay, as well we'll just reduce ambient and lighting. Okay, here's things on the blades. The width is look nice, but I want to add more random to this, so we'll add 0.5 and 0.6. So we have a little bit more randomness to this width add. Okay, influence, let's pop up a little bit more. Okay, just bring a little bit more, look like a dry grass. Okay, next what I want to do is creating one on the middle, the stem going up. It's seeded grass, and normally you'll create this way. You maybe want to increase to 18 right here, so a little bit more grass look like. Okay, width again still it doesn't look right on this case. Let's go inside the green segment, and width let's randomize at 0.2, so we have a different type. Width and angle maybe set 65. Yeah, that will look a little bit better, I think. Again, this is all we can modify and readjusting after, but I think this is look okay for now. Okay, let's create a stem, and this will be just one straight going with a little bit leaves maybe on a side and on a top. For that one, actually, okay, let me adjust this one. I'm going to create another blade hider, so we'll connect that one, and right here we'll have it 1, and it will be 1. So it will be anywhere from nothing to 1. It's always random, which is kind of nice. Next, I want to create segment, and we'll go connect that segment. Okay. So right here we have a 2. So let me go. There you go, 0.5. That will be a little bit better. Okay. Now on a segment, I want to put this up, so we need go on angle and set 90 degrees. Okay. We can little bit offset, and we can, and let's set radius 0, so it's on the middle. There you go. Okay, scale 1, angle 90, and we can add like maybe 3 degrees plus minus, so it's never look total straight, some little bit adjustment. Okay, this grass, okay, segment, let's 5, maybe like 3, and we'll take a green one, and we'll say this from 10 maybe to 6, so just to reduce a little bit more. Okay, and we'll take segment, which is a stem. Okay, we'll just take this one. 10 is fine, and we have a radius right here, so let's go to user define. Okay, and on user define we'll just maybe set 0.02, so we'll have it very thin one going, maybe a little bit too thin. 0.6. There you go, that's a little bit better. Again, we can modify those if we needed to go more. Okay, at this point what I want to do is add influence to this, and we'll set 0.2 frequency, so it will be very, and maybe slightly bending effect, so it will look more natural. And let's work with materials. Again, I'm just going ahead and uploaded one. Okay, right here I create one as PNG, so we'll use this one. Click OK, and right here we have it a nice stem going. One thing now I need to add on the top one effect, and again I'm right here a little bit radius, but we can modify, work a little bit more on that one, but overall that will be sit in the ground, so it's not really will be visible at all. Again, so right here I want to add some flowering because it's a seated, and I have it some images I created, but I need to create them modify. I don't want exactly same. So for now we'll go just create one, and we'll open billboard. Okay, and I'm going to create to the stem to here. You notice it's create on all places. If we go inside the stem, we go to billboard, and I want just the one. Okay, and I want start from 0.99 all the way on top, just right here. Okay, as a billboard we'll go open, and we'll just preload it one, and I have several right here, different ones, so I'll use a little bit lower resolution. So I'll go to open that one, and it says the texture contain alpha, yes, and right here red dot I want to move it just on the middle, right at this point. So let's click OK. So you notice it's already created for us right here, this plant. It doesn't match, so we need to reduce a little bit scale overall, and actually I thought it's a little bit too large size, so we'll do this way. We'll reduce this one a little bit down more. Okay, we'll reduce this one, let's say 3, so it's kind of nice effect. And on a stamp right here we'll just reduce this one to, okay, our radius. Okay, right here 2, there you go. And of course on a billboard as well we can go and transform global, we can pop a little bit higher. Okay, you can see right here on the light we have a nice effect applied. Okay, however on a stem what I want to do, I want to create additional blades, so I copy and I'll paste that green one. So let's delete connections, and I'm going to connect to our stem. New child. Okay, next you see how it's nicely created this already kind of going stem, so I want to stem going to our green leaves. Let's add angle, so it will go a little bit up. I don't want to be too tall, so we'll bring them a little bit more down. Then also 4 is probably the right number, except we need to use it coil to rotate them a little bit more around. And notice right here they don't blend very well, so what we need to do is use it blending with the parent, and we'll look on those ones a little bit before right here. So let's enable, so we'll done this, and let's reduce size also of these greens. So let's do 3, maybe 2. Okay, let's reduce one size. And right here, this end kind of need a little bit better, so we'll do going inside blades, and we'll go to edit, the ends a little bit better. There you go. Let's click OK. Take a width even more down. Okay, right here you can see we have nice leaves going. Okay, I think this is already look nice, except now if we're creating this plant, we'll have it same top all over places. So what I want to do, we have it some randomness, and you notice we have it random how many the leaves create, whatever, all is different. But we don't have, actually, you know what, on speak about this, let me random 3 and 2. So just make them bigger. Okay, the randoms, if you look, I want to modify this top differently. So for this, we're actually going to use it something we don't, it's in control, and in control we have it random children. So let's select this. Okay, we uncheck this and we'll connect to the billboard. And now we'll take this billboard and connect to random children. Okay, next, if you look inside, we have it only one used, which is okay. Now I'm copy and I'm pasting this. So let me disconnect it. And we'll paste it more and more. So we have it 4 of this billboard. So let's connect another one and we'll create new child. We'll have it another one connected. Again, new child. And let's do one more. And we'll again connect new child. So in this case, if we look inside, you see we have it randomly apply any of this. But right now they all look exactly the same. So what we need to do is go inside a billboard right here. And let's preload it different type. Okay, we used 1B before. We'll just use this one. Okay. So we'll go in another one. Same, we'll go to modify and preload it different. Okay, choosing this one, and we'll have it one more. So I'm going to another one, same thing. Okay, and right here. Currently, what is happening? It will randomly select one of these 4 tops and put it right here. So this will be on our grass. How we'll go to create? So it's seeded. We can tweak a little bit more, like on a stem, for example. Maybe want to bring a little bit up. But again, when I'm bringing up, what's happening right here, the link is different. So I want to go inside filter link and says as you're going higher, reduce in size. So right here, this link will reduce if it's going upper. Get started, sorry. And right here, this is will be straight, which is nice. And right here, let's go to link. And same on the link. So if it's going higher, you can see it's become smaller, kind of shorter. Okay, and in this case, we can go inside the green child. We can pop up, and we can even maybe add 5, and let's add random 2. So it can be more. Okay. So I think this look nice. Again, this is billboard. You see it's always facing, but it's very high resolution, so it can be good. And right here, how I say, we have preview. However, if we want in a view, what we want to do, we want to go to the root at this point, and geometry position on a Z we want set -0.01. So we want to actually stink a little bit in the ground, a little bit more, so it's cutting off some positions. And right now we can easy going this take a plant, save it, and we also want to go to export as a view species. In this case, when we start populating, we can use it. And of course, inside the view, you can see it will apply all wind. You notice the bottom one moving, so let's do fix this one till we're here. And I'm going to wind, use it combined wind, and we'll go to this dry leaves. We'll go to influence and forces. I will just decrease my wind and flexibility down. Okay, as well we'll take on a stem. Okay, we'll go to influence, forces, and let's just take a bit wind down. Okay, what is happening at this point if we creating in a wood? This one, you see, they almost don't move it at all compared to this because they're dry on the bottom, and the stem acting a little bit different, more stiff compared to other grass. So I think this will work a little bit better. So right here we create our plant. We utilize options we see as well. We created a new child, new control, random control for our child for the top, so we can rotate between all of them. And thank you again for watching this tutorial from Geekatplay Studio. And please remember, visit us on the web is www.geekatplay.com.